On today's Megadads Live, I'm flying solo talking about how Xbox is determined to destroy any good standing they have left in the industry. We're talking about the fantastic co-op game POPUCOM. And in the caboose, we have a recommendation for Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Speaking of which, here I come. Let's start the show. Hello? Hello? That motherfucker stood me up.
Megadads Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
Welcome to Megadads Live. This is going to be a very interesting solo episode. My buddy Antonio had some prior engagements. He got some surprise baseball tickets, and he's a huge Sox fan, so he couldn't pass it up. And therefore, I am flying solo for this episode of Megadads Live, but that's okay. You and I are going to have tons of fun. We got a great game to talk about later, but to begin, I kind of wanted to vent and talk about the latest video game industry news, which, admittedly has been really bad, really terrible video game news lately. Every single time I open the internet, it seems like there's something bad. There's something terrible happening. And we'll touch on the things that have actually occurred, but I want to talk about this in the context of what I do here, what me and the team here at Megadads are all about. Fun, fully grown, through the lens of playing video games. And man, when you are ingrained in video game culture like we are, and your task here at Megadads creating content is to celebrate the greatness of games, and that greatness is greatly diminished lately, it's really hard. I can come here and spout off about the game I'm playing and the fun that I'm having, but man, I miss being able to celebrate the wonderfulness of this industry that right now just feels shitty. It feels absolutely terrible. Now, specifically, I'm talking about the layoffs that have been occurring recently. Xbox recently has laid off over 3,000 employees and shuttered or jettisoned several studios that, they went through such a sweeping acquisition process not that long ago. It really seems to have been an absolutely brutal mistake in hindsight. When Phil Spencer was at the helm and he was reeling in these big fish and investing in the promise of Game Pass, the future is brighter than it is right now. It is impossible to look at the landscape of video games, to look at the accelerating costs and the diminishing return on games and see anything positive. It's just so dark and so bleak. Games are getting canceled. People are losing their jobs. Studios are shuttering. The landscape of video gaming right now looks terrible. And Xbox is really kind of leading the charge in regards to killing off the industry. In my opinion, this is my opinion. As I look at all the news, all the headlines, Xbox, again, has just fucking taken a baseball bat to their studios. And what's it going to look like on the other end? I don't really know. They've completely shifted mindset. A lot of the studios that Phil Spencer acquired or brought under the Xbox umbrella as soon as he left and Asha Sharma took over, it's been a complete reversal. They're slaughtering these studios. Whether it's the personnel or the actual studio itself shuttering down. It's just friggin' dark. And then just recently, yesterday as of this recording, unironically, the U.S. Federal Reserve has tapped Xbox CEO Asha Sharma to lead a task force on jobs that has a focus on a commitment to price stability and maximum employment. Asha Sharma, who just took the biggest shit on the Xbox development house that you could possibly imagine, sending folks packing left and right, and she's going to be the face of this new task force for the U.S. government. And we all love the U.S. government here at Megadads, so that kind of shit just it's so ridiculous on its face that, like, of course, that's 2026. And in the same spirit of that, Ubisoft just announced that Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is like their biggest release in the franchise ever. It just slaughtered 2 million units sold, and this comes literally days after Ubisoft laid off over 50 people at Ubisoft Barcelona, many of whom worked on this game. So they fired all these fucking people, and then like a day or two later, we're like, this is the biggest success we've ever had. I just don't. I mean, I do understand, because business sucks, and businesses suck, and business people suck. I think a lot of us in our work environments are seeing such a gross emphasis on profits over people. It's not just the video game industry. So many people are facing incredible hardships. We're working harder, we're being asked to do more, and we're being given less. If we're being given anything at all, maybe we're being given pink slips. It's just so, I'm just so fucking fed up with it. I miss being proud of the video game industry. I miss being able to point to what was happening in this space and just beaming with pride and excitement about the incredible forward momentum, the trajectory towards greatness that the video game industry used to have. And goddamn, I don't like this space anymore. I love the games. I'm appreciative of the people, but this fucking video game industry is on fire. It doesn't even isolate itself to video game development. Video game media is on fire. GameSpot just had a bunch of layoffs as well. And of course, we've seen them everywhere. Game Informer shut down for a while, came back. IGN has done layoffs. Everybody's done layoffs. Everyone's doing it. The fad, it's the trend. So how does one celebrate the video game industry within their content? How do we at Megadads move forward and celebrate gaming while it burns to the ground? Well, I'll tell you exactly how we do that. We do that by keeping our eye on the focus, and our core purpose here at Megadads is to celebrate fun fully grown. We celebrate the fun of gaming. That doesn't have to be games that are coming out now. This doesn't have to be the people behind the conglomerates that run these studios or development houses. It's the joy that we get from it. And we still get joy from games. Every single week, we here at Megadads talk about the fun we have, the love that we have, the excitement from playing a new game or an old game. And that's going to be a big focus for Megadads moving forward is the classic gaming experiences that we've had. You can celebrate gaming without celebrating the moment we're in right now, because gaming has a long history, a long wake behind it, a vast wake of fun and enjoyment behind it. I've been playing a ton of retro games, and you're going to be seeing that manifesting itself in the content that we have coming this fall, because there's going to be a huge focus on classic and retro gaming. Because man, I started Megadads because of my love of play, a love that I've cultivated long before I ever was a dad. And so maybe it's time now to cast a light on the games that brought me to this point. And so that's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing coming down the pike here at Megadads. More than 12 years ago, Megadads started as a place for an older generation to go to talk about their love of video games. We know that just because you get older doesn't mean you stop having fun, and gaming will always be our passion. But just as people grow and change over the years, so has Megadads, and that's why today's Megadads celebrates fun fully grown.
We know your interests are broad, ours are too, and while video games will always be at the core of what we do, we're dedicated to showing you all the ways we celebrate fun fully grown here at Megadads.
Whether it's playing the latest video games,
checking out the coolest movies,
finding the rarest cards,
unboxing amazing collectibles,
or simply exploring the world around us.
you can be sure you'll get coverage of the best that life has to offer. There's so much to enjoy in this world, and we here at Megadads are dedicated to showing it to you. So subscribe today and come by every day, because this is Megadads, fun, fully grown. The place to be for Megadads socials is the Megadads Discord, where you can engage with your favorite Megadads as well as other friends of the Megadads every single day in our stress-free and welcoming social space. When you're a member of our Discord, you will get alerts for all of our content drops, so you never have to miss a review, a podcast, or a hot take. Partake in our fun weekly Megadads holidays like Waluigi Wednesday and Final Fantasy Sunday. Megadads Discord is fun, free, and follows you wherever you go. Join us today and become part of the conversation. So that's my rant. I got a little bit off of my chest here, and I think maybe now it's time for
Megadad's being super positive.
Yes, that's right. It's Megadads Super Positive, where we celebrate the things that are bringing us joy in our life. And I've got to say, I'm so appreciative of my team at Megadads. I don't say this enough in public spaces. I make sure and thank the guys in our Discord chats as much as possible for all the hard work that they're doing. And we're doing a ton of hard work. It's Dad Summer here at Megadads, and we've been delivering 2 episodes a week. That's a lot of work, and I can't do it alone, even though today I'm doing it alone. It takes everybody. It takes the team, and everybody's been pitching in as best they could. We've heard a lot of different voices on Megadads Live these last couple weeks, and we're going to continue to bring you new perspectives and new voices on all sorts of games as we ramp up towards Megadads Live episode 250. Episode 250 is going to be recorded live at 2DCon in Bloomington, Minnesota, Saturday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. Now, we want you there. So if you live in the Twin Cities area, make sure you go to 2dcon.net, get your tickets, reserve your rooms, be there at the show. We'll be there at the show. Antonio and I are going to be there for the full weekend. And of course, we're having that live show, episode 250. I cannot believe that Megadads Live has reached this milestone. It feels surreal. It feels great. I'm so excited to celebrate with Antonio, and Eric will be there, and all sorts of folks from the community are going to be there. We want you there. So again, if you're in the Twin Cities area, please go to 2dcon.net and get your tickets so that you can come see Megadads Live episode 250 live. It's going to be fucking great. But again, that's super positive. It's really shining a light on my team here at Megadads. I've been thinking a lot about how much this team has changed, how much Megadads has changed over the 12 years that we've been doing it. We've seen so many people come and go. Some of them I'm definitely more grateful that they came. Some of them I'm very thankful that they left. But Megadads right now, as it stands, it's just a great place to have fun and support each other. And I'm looking to do great things moving forward. We're not always going to be doing this 2 episodes a week shit, because man, I'm spending a lot of time editing. But I'm so thankful for the team. And I'm also so thankful for you who's watching this on youtube.com/Megadads or listening on your podcast player. We couldn't be doing this without you. You're why we do it. And it's just so fun to celebrate all this stuff with you. This program is powered by Megadads Boost, our public support program. You can join at patreon.com/Megadads. For over 10 years, Megadads has been bringing you the best in podcasts, reviews, interviews, family fun, and so much more. As an independent media organization, we rely on audience members like you to help support what we do, to ensure that Megadads can continue to bring you the great content that you enjoy. If you've been watching, listening, or playing along through the years, please consider lending your support by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Memberships start for as little as $1 a month, and you can start collecting your Boost rewards from day one. Rewards like art cards, early access podcasts, reviews, gameplay clips, and so much more.
please visit patreon.com/megadads and become a member today. You can help us continue to make more of that Megadads coverage you've loved over the last 10 years well into the future by becoming a member of Megadads Boost.
Now, it's time to talk about a game. I've been playing this amazing title that came out of nowhere, landed in my email inbox with a code access, and I said, this looks great. How have I never heard of POPUCOM? POPUCOM is a multiplayer, co-op, platform, adventure, puzzle game. I am playing this on the Nintendo Switch. It should be releasing for PS5 and 4 as well as PC. But again, I'm playing this on my Switch. It is a great game. Play on the Switch. What is so unique about POPUCOM? First, I'm going to give you the premise, and I'm going to give you the circumstances of how you play it. So the premise of POPUCOM is you are playing a Splatoon-like third-person shooter experience, but the way that you dispatch enemies, which by the way is also through ink or paint, it looks just like Splatoon, but the way that you dispatch enemies is by alternating your color selection. Your color palette of your character mimics the color palette of your blast. So if you select, if you choose the button to select the yellow color, your whole character turns yellow and your shot turns yellow. You push that button again, your character will turn blue and your shot will turn blue, so on and so forth. And the reason that is important is because you have to shoot enemies or environmental puzzles based on the color that they're signaling to you. So if you have an enemy coming at you and he's red, you want to change your color to red so that you can effectively destroy him. There will also be waves of blasts, kind of like a bullet hell thing, where enemies will shoot projectiles in a multitude of colors, and you have to quickly alternate your colors to shoot through those blasts. And there's also a lot of puzzle elements. So you have to shoot certain switches that are alternating colors, and you have to, your brain has to wrap itself around changing your personal color while also shooting with the trigger button, while also jumping and dodging and maneuvering out of the way. It can get quite hectic, and that's the conceit of the game. But what's so interesting about POPUCOM besides that is this is a co-op contingent experience. You have to play POPUCOM co-op. You can do this online, but as a guy who likes couch co-op, that's how I'm playing this game. I absolutely love that POPUCOM emphasizes the couch co-op experience, which is great for playing with your kids or playing with your significant other, which, I mean, we're mega dads, right? I review games with my kids all the time. So the fact that I can play this and it really encourages that co-op play with me and my kid, this game is tailor-made for my household. There's so much to do in POPUCOM. Above and beyond just the story co-op mode, there's a ton of mini games that all kind of feed on this alternating color pattern thing. There's puzzle games, kind of like columns, where you're having to select different shapes and color combinations and rotate and move them and place them together in order to clear the row. There's a 4-player party mode where you're going through a lot of the same things that you do in the 2-player adventure mode, but you're doing it with 4 players, and therefore they cater the puzzles to 4 players. 4 players? 4 players? Anyway, the game caters itself to 4-player play, and here's where a little bit of the frustration comes in POPUCOM, because this is not a game where you can carry your player 2. That's something that Nintendo has curated. Nintendo has gotten very good at having experiences where dad can play with child, and if child is struggling, they can put on no fail mode, or they can bubble like they do in the Mario games where you press a button and you go kind of into a passive follow state. You can't do that in POPUCOM. Everybody needs to be on their game. Everybody needs to be bringing an equal contribution to get through POPUCOM. And so if you're playing with younger kids or adults for that matter that have a lesser skill value than you, there's the opportunity for some frustration. And you cannot simply advance yourself, set your controller down, grab your kid's controller, move forward. No, you got to be doing things in tandem. POPUCOM is all about co-op in tandem, where you're doing the same things at the same time or alternating things at the same time in order to promote success in whatever it is you're trying to do, whether that's fighting enemies or solving puzzles. You got to be doing it together. You got to be doing it in concert with the other player. So keep that in mind. But if you have a household of players who are kind of on the same level, I cannot recommend POPUCOM enough. And it's even easier to recommend because it's at a bargain price point. POPUCOM is $20 on Nintendo Switch. You can't really beat that. It is a small little indie game that achieves big things. I love this title. I'm having so much fun playing with my kids, and it's clever. It is so clever. You're not just doing the same type of color-changing gameplay level after level. Every additional level, every progression, you're like, oh, they're doing this in a new way. They're doing things that are different and clever, level to level to level, where it gives you that brain tingling. I see what they're doing here. POPUCOM is really great at that. I cannot recommend it enough, especially for families. If you love playing games with your kids, you're going to be loving yourself some POPUCOM. Pick it up on Nintendo Switch for $20. Well, that sound right there is the caboose. We're bringing this episode of Megadads Live to a close with a recommendation of something outside the world of video games. And I'm going to be recommending a film that recently dropped on Hulu. It's Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. This is a horror sequel to Ready or Not. Not going to spoil any of the premise of this movie because so much of the joy of these films is just like the surprise and the twists of holy crap, I can't believe they're doing that. But I will say, in comparison to the first Ready or Not 2 has fewer surprises, fewer scares, but it's more of a roller coaster thrill ride in the fun sense. I don't know that there was ever any moment in this film where I was feeling the heebie-jeebies or wondering if, so-and-so character is going to make it through. You kind of know especially if you've seen the first film, you kind of know what you're going to get. They've laid the groundwork in that first film to just have a wild, super violent, and gross out time. And Ready or Not 2 definitely delivers on that. I don't know if it's as strong a film as the first one is, but it's definitely a hoot. It's a ride. And this universe that they've created in these Ready or Not films is just, it's wild. It's a good time if you like some bloody humor. I recommend Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. It's on Hulu, and that's going to do it for this episode of Megadads Live. Thanks for joining me, and just me, for this special solo episode. We will be back in just a couple of days with our second episode of the week, and hopefully my buddy Antonio will be here to join me because we have a lot to cover, and there's nothing better than celebrating fun fully grown with the Hypecaster. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.